It's time. I'm very excited about this. The Acolyte.
The Acolyte.
All right, let me play the spoiler warning.
Let's Acolyte it up.
We're getting ready to talk about
The Acolyte.
You're listening to a reaction podcast. The spoilers are coming. All right, gotta put you in the know about The Acolyte. Only person that can do that is Chuck. Only way to do that, Midnight Manifest.
All right, here's your Midnight Manifest for The Acolyte Night. Directed by Alex Garcia Lopez, written by Cora Donna and Cameron Squires. The mysterious Sith warrior, dispatches of most of the Jedi, but finds his match in Soul. Yord escapes with Osha at Soul's behest, while Jecki tries to capture May. Osha runs back to help her Jedi friends, but not before the Sith warrior kills Yord and Jecki and is then revealed to be Kamir. Osha stops Soul from killing Kamir and ends up beefing with her sister again. May knocks Osha out with the Force and swaps clothes with her. May, disguised as Osha, goes back to the ship with Soul as Kamir finds Osha dressed as May in the forest. And that's been your very short Midnight Manifest for The Acolyte.
Go.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
The Acolyte. This is Acolyte. Like, it is like, here's the thing. I'm not saying that this fixes anything. Like, my problems with the show are still my problems with the show, but like, I just have a dumb lizard brain. And when they started scrapping with the lightsabers, Soul and Kamir were doing hand-to-hand combat, I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
This is what we've been waiting. I'll ask you this. Do you feel like they fucked up by knowing that they had this in the bag and waiting this long? I'm like, this to me sets the tone for the show so much where I'm like, oh, finally. And I'm just like, is it too late? Did too many people write off the show? Did they think that they had more goodwill than they did?
So this is what I'll say. It's a good question. Tonally, this episode is different from any other episode in the show.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Now, the question that you're asking is could they have gotten here sooner? Absolutely. What I'll say is this. I'll say that I think that maybe they thought the things that they had in the first episodes leading up to this were a little bit more compelling than what they were. Some of it was cool to watch, but none of it really had the feeling of high drama, intrigue, and conflict that this episode did. This was like fucking amazing from start to finish. And all the questions that were being asked, all the questions that were being answered, the desperation. But I don't know if they could have gotten there any faster. I do think that they could have gotten there better.
No, not even. I'm not even asking for if they could have gotten to this episode faster, more where I was just like, oh no, what you guys are doing staging wise, lighting, tonally with the fights. I'm like, where was this for the rest of the series? Because we've been asking this question, why can't the Jedi be cool? And Soul, I'm like, Soul got busy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they were cool.
Jecki got busy too.
Jecki got busy too. They were cool. They got fucking washed out of their boots by one motherfucker.
Whoa. Let's be
like
clear.
they were very cool. Look,
here's the thing. Jecki got heart. If you want to, I was Yoda, if I was Yoda, I would scrap all the fucking Jedi and be like, I need more Jeckies. Like, just like, she was like going fucking ham. She was angry too.
At when they first started fighting, I was like, oh, it's over. This guy's supposed to be like a Jedi or a Sith master. Y'all here with the Padawan. It's not going to go great. She held her own.
She was the only one held it down. Soul, she was the only one with heart. I'm like, she giving it her all, bro.
Hey. You thought Yord would be ready with it, but
no. Yord, we gotta talk about it. What they doing to African American men in a galaxy far away? Yord didn't do shit. He got his neck snapped. I'm like, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's getting your neck snapped. That's a bitch ass way to die, bro.
In Star Wars, when you got a lightsaber, you
got the General Zod. It was.
Whenever somebody snap your neck like that, that's actually the sign that you ain't shit. You know, boom, 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 but snap. That's how you kill like rogue guy number 3 that way. Not like somebody
Manny
that got
didn't
lines.
even use his lightsaber. Like, he was just like, I don't even need a lightsaber.
He used that shit for a flashlight this episode. That's
my problem with Yord. Yord talked a big fucking game. He's taking off his shirt. He's Mr. Sexy.
Funny.
I'm like, you let the Padawan run
He was
circles around you?
brave. He was brave though. I will to give Yord was brave. He was brave and he was very diligent and disciplined as a Jedi. Rest in peace, Yor.
He was brave. He died braver than most.
You did. I mean, he died trying to get.
Yor's a sucker, bro. I'm done. I'm like.
We gotta talk about the way Manny went and killed like half of those. Like I can count like 7 bodies.
No, half. He killed them all. They
Yeah,
all
that's
died
right.
except for Soul.
He like there's one guy on the floor. Remember before even the title rolls, he's got one person on a lightsaber. Force brings up another
Nuts.
one.
Nuts.
He kebabs
Like
oh
nuts.
man.
Here's
Force
the thing.
kebab.
I wouldn't. If I'm Soul, I'm not even I'm not even going back to
time to go.
Coruscant. It's like, like imagine you roll up and Yoda's like, "Where's everybody else?" He's like,
You're not gonna believe this shit, bro.
Like, you are not going to believe this.
But here's the thing, bro. Like, I gotta give it to Manny because, like, I didn't really like his portrayal of whoever the fuck he was.
Yeah,
But
whatever that
the
dude's
dog,
name
he
is.
had this sauce in this episode.
Yeah.
When he took off the fucking mask, he had the arms. He was fucking. When he did, who did he kill? Where he did the lightsaber thing, was like boom, boom, boom.
That was Jackie.
That was
That was Jackie.
That shit, I was like,
He triple tapped her with a
It felt
lightsaber.
like gunshots.
Yeah.
Like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
Like poof, ow, man.
By the way, what is his? Is he turning people's lightsabers off, or is he disabling
So,
them?
okay, this is a very
Got it.
interesting thing. So it's like, oh, you got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
go,
got it.
go,
It's
Jomi.
easy.
Jomi the
Go,
explainer.
Jomi.
It's called cortosis.
Mhm.
It's a metal that you can use to disable lightsabers for just like a couple
Oh
of seconds.
yeah,
on
I've heard-
cooldown, pretty
Yeah,
much.
basically. So when you like, he can hit it and it'll like short him out for a little bit.
So what is he doing?
He's like basically like just putting it in like on top of the hilt, basically.
Mhm.
And it just like fizzes and shorts out for like 30 seconds or whatever.
And then it comes back.
Think about it
then
like
comes
blowing
back
a
on.
fuse and you got to like reset it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
That's what
shit
the
was
helmet
lit,
and the
too.
gauntlets
Which
are made
again
out of.
is the amount of like clever shit
Yeah.
that this show has up its sleeve. The sheer like amount of violence, let alone like creativity to give us
That was cooking.
with like, okay, the way that the helmet falls off, first of all.
Mm.
Second of all, like the way that every single fight is conceived.
Yeah.
And then we actually get a incredibly compelling story, like small interactions between Manny and Soul.
Mhm.
Like I was thoroughly compelled by everything that he was doing, and he's acting circles around this entire cast after this.
I mean, Manny's always had it, man. You
Yeah.
can point to Jason Mendoza. He got caught out of Top Gun Maverick, tough scene. But he's always had some juice.
I
But
will say
this is
another
different.
problem is like when Manny gets to be like, I guess they're officially calling him the Stranger, but he gets to be the Sith warlord. It's the first time on this show I feel like anybody has had charisma. Where
Presence.
it's
Yes.
like a presence when he is on, like, I'm like, oh, I'm scared of him. And it was like, first of all, the helmet is cool. When the helmet goes off, I'm like, bro, he's
cool as shit.
He's menacing. I feel like they're in danger. It's like, even though I'm just like, oh, the Jedi were whack as fuck for getting washed like that, I believed that he could do that.